Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, beautiful people. We are back for Behind the Crown with your queens, our third episode for season 3 on the third day. I was telling my queens backstage of that this is a special day. For you guys who are tuning in right now, share this out with your family and friends. Tell them, yo, come, we got to listen for an hour about purpose, because we all need that right now, right? To walk in our purpose. And if you are or going through any transition, this is the time to get re-energized on your purpose, because I truly believe we all have a goal and gift in this world to accomplish. My name is Ekiwa Asemota. A lot of people call me Eki's Famous, creator director of an amazing company called Your Queens. What we do is we teach about African royalty through storytelling, song, and dance. A lot of y'all know this, Bill, but for our new audience, especially on Your Voice Media, we are here. We are here teaching about real African queens like Makita, Queen of Sheba, Goddess Isis, Queen Nefertiti, Queen Nzinga. And you can book us for birthday parties, daycare center, school presentation. We've been featured in Essence, and it's on Hot 97, WBLS, so many different platforms that's given us an opportunity to share who we are. And we need it now. And now we have Behind the Crown, season 3. So I want to jump right in, y'all, and say hello to our queens on here. Yes. Share this out with your family and friends. Behind the Crown, talking purpose today. I would like to introduce one of our first queen. Her name is, you actually saw her host about 2 weeks ago, Hanjane, because I like to say her whole name, Hanjane Merrick. My girl Angie, she's been part of Your Queens for a few years. Tell them about who you are, love.
Hi, beautiful people. As Eki says with the beautiful pronunciation of my name is Anjane. And I play Queen Cleopatra in Your Queens. I also am the social media manager for Your Queens Incorporated, and I am on the board of advisors as advisee on the board for Your Queens. What is it? Like, I'm really excited about today's topic. We're talking purpose. And I got a lot of gems to drop today, and a lot of little nuggets that I digged up from the treasure chest to give the people today. And again, thank you for letting me host last week. 2 weeks ago, it was amazing to step into your shoes, Queen. So blessings.
It was an honor. I got a lot of feedback after how great, the word was, you were great, you were great, you were great. Continue to walk in that space. Also, I got a few people, I don't know if I told you, were like, Eki, were you okay that day? And I was like, no, I know how to share. I know how to give a crown to somebody. They were like, you're okay. But because I guess I played a role of just sitting back, and having you do that was just a joy. So thank you. Thank you, Queen. Yes. So I want to introduce this beautiful queen. We met her. Did we meet this year or last year, 2020? It's just
last year. Yeah. I'm going to play
wow.
last year and hope I'm right.
Right? Well, I know we could check the go back to the recording, but I want to read your bio really quickly, and then just have them just introduce yourself.
Oh, okay.
So, beautiful Queen Latoya, she's a host and founder of In Your Air radio show and podcast, which was established in 2015 in Las Vegas. Native born in a single parent home as the eldest, of 13 siblings. Collectively from both parents, Latoya is passionate about social justice and uses her platform to educate, communicate, and bring about change as it pertains to social justice and inequalities that are disproportionately inflicted on the Black and Brown community. She is a constant seeker of knowledge and believes, this is one of my things right here, 100% what you put at the end. And she believes she is a spiritual being having a human experience. So Let's give it up for Latoya.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm so excited. I'm humbled for the invite. Thank you so much, Queens, for having me with you tonight.
Absolutely. So if you guys are just tuning in, we are here back for season 3, episode 3 of Behind the Crown. This is topic is episode. I'm excited because I was telling the queen, hi, line sister. I love you. Thank you, Queen. Thank you for being here. That's my beautiful line sister. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. DJ is doing well, and hubby is doing well. I love you. So what's so special about today? Y'all know I'm big on numbers, big on affirmation, all those things. And today I said episode 3, season 3 on the third day. So I want to share you guys something I heard for our audience. And if you guys got some knowledge, put it in the comments. 333, it means that you're on the right track. This is not only for us on the panel, but for everyone listening. You are on the right path, a symbol of true prosperity, abundance, and wishes coming true. Manifestations are truly effortless right now. So ask divine timing that guides us in ushering new waves of opportunities. You heard that? And end all trouble and worry and concern. Everything will work out. And then I have a scripture, Jeremiah 33:3 says, "Call to me and I will answer you, and I will tell you great and hidden things you have not known." So I hope that filled some of you guys up. It sure did for me. Goals and gifts on purpose. Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, line sister. Yeah. Genuinely poised. Peace and love, Queen. Thank you for
Hi,
being here.
princess.
Brown girl interrupting. Hello, Queen. How you doing? Well, I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. So I want to move on. You heard that, right? For real talk. Let's walk in that. Walking. We are all greatness. The theme. You guys know that we follow the seven principles. We love the seven principles of Kwanzaa, and a lot of times we just focus on those 7 days, December 26th to January 1st. But how do we make this a lifestyle? And this is one of the reasons why we started Behind the Crown, because purpose, you guys know, means Nia. Nia. So I want to read the definition for the Kwanzaa definition for Nia. And it says to make our collective vocation the building and developing of our communities in order to restore our people to its traditional greatness. Come on, greatness. So that is right. I think this is one of my favorite. Even all of them are powerful, but when I hear purpose, I'm like, woo, yes. And we know our girl. We have another guest coming on, and Shannon Nia. Her middle name is Purpose. I'm excited to hear what she has to bring. Hi, Queen. Hi, Paulie. I love you. Thank you for being here. So, can we jump right into the first question? Y'all
Sure.
ready? Y'all
Sure.
ready? Let's do this.
Sure. But
So I'm gonna.
before we do that,
Yes. Go ahead, my
I
love.
think we should do why purpose means so much to your queens and the reason why the story came down for the people who are just tuning in
Ooh,
for the first time.
you
Because
want to share? You want me to share?
now I need you to go because you give the energy when
I
you talk
haven't said
about
it in a minute.
when you
Ooh,
talk about the vision, the purpose, and the mission and why we do this. So I like it. I get
I appreciate
you give
that.
me life when you talk about it.
I hope I do you justice. Let's go. Let's go. I haven't told this story in a minute. Okay, boom. Purpose. You know, I'm a very God fearing woman. I put him first before anything. And before we started Your Queens in 2015, the idea came in 2014. Before that, I still have my company, Eki's Famous, where I teach dance and design jewelry. Y'all see this earring? Oh, I'm dropping a new collection soon. Ooh, yes. So I had Eki's Famous doing that, performing. I still do perform all over the place now. And I thought that was it. I thought my plan was just to have Eki's Famous and do that. But one day, of October of 2014, I went to a birthday party. A friend of mine invited me to a birthday party. She was one of my a student. Her daughter was having a birthday party. It was a 4-year-old birthday party. And I only went because some of y'all can answer this for me already. I'm greedy. I like food. So I knew there was going to be mac and cheese and chicken, fried rice. Guess what, y'all? I don't eat none of that stuff now because health is wealth. I cut all that stuff out. So I went to this birthday party because I felt obedient. I didn't have any children, and I was like, I'm gonna go because she invited me. I'm gonna go support this 4-year-old girl party. I really felt led to go because there was really no reason for me to be there, but I was like, let me go. I get there, there's a black and brown kids, all our kids running around having a good time. And I literally remember, I felt like I was sitting on the throne. I could really feel, and I was like, I'm just going to sit here. But I was waiting for the food line. I was waiting for them to call up the table so I could go eat my food. While I'm there, the kids are having fun. Nothing wrong. There was 2 Caucasian white princesses there. Nothing wrong. You see them at birthday parties all the time, but literally felt like the bulb went off. And that was the moment I said, God said pretty much was like, I brought you here because I want you to start your own company. I remember sitting back and going, oh boy, because I knew it was going to come with, what's the word? What could I won't say not challenge because it's been a blessing. I knew it was going to be a huge task. I knew it was going to propel me into leadership and take me to where I am now. So I didn't sit on it. I called a group of my friends and I was like, God told me this message and I don't want to sit on it. So some of y'all, I'm stopping right now because somebody got a message. Somebody got something that they need to work on and they're shy. Do it. Don't sit on it because we've grown after all these years. We've grown. So then moving forward, I call a group of friend of mine, and he told me, God said, I want you to have a Makita, Isis, Nefertiti. Not Nzinga came later on, Amina. That was January 2014. Called up my friends. We did a photo shoot. By that was October 2014. By January 2015, we launched. And we've been around since 2015. We're now in 2021. And we've been able to have provide our services to over 300 small and big organizations all around the world, just from listening to God on that purpose. Purpose and intention are our mindset that guide us. So I know Angie's there. Thank you for allowing me to share that story. It's a real story. I can go on and on about so many signs that led to that, moments where I got stopped in the street and a man said I look like Makita, Queen of Sheba, when I was studying her. So it's just really trust God, trust your purpose, and ignore the noise. When people are not guiding you on that path, it's not for them. Because when you work in your purpose, you're going to continue to elevate, and you want to have people that's going to elevate with you. All right, I hope I did you justice, Angie, to share the story. Jalissa Harris, peace queen. How you doing? So first question, this is for you guys also to put in the comments. I'm going to have Queen Latoya to answer this until Angie comes back in. First one, very simple. What is your purpose?
Wow.
I know, right?
Yeah. Listen.
A loaded question. Go.
I just have to start from the beginning. I know that when I was initially invited, I could pick the date to come. And I picked 2 dates that I thought would be convenient for me to be able to be a part of it. I saw the different titles. But in the end, you guys decided the subject matter. And so you signed me up for purpose. And I'm like, didn't even pay attention to it. I just marked my calendar that I needed to show up on Wednesday at this time. It's West Coast time here, so it's a little after 3 in the afternoon.
Yes.
But that's what I focus on. But when I actually said, okay, it's time to drill in and prepare myself for being on the show with your queens, I said, oh, the title is Purpose. And anybody who knows me or listened to my show in your ear radio, I say often that I don't really know what my purpose is. Like, I have in my heart what my passion is. When I first started doing radio, I thought I had my outline of what my purpose was, which was to provide a platform to my community to, talk about the things that are important to us. I mean, from a plethora, from music to health, to wealth, to education, social justice. I mean, you name it, anything, but I felt like that was my purpose. And then after doing it for so long, I wasn't feeling fulfilled. I didn't feel like what I thought I was going to get out of it is what I got. And when I reflected on what I wanted out of it, I was thinking my followers I didn't have this mass following. I didn't have a lot of interaction. I love to interact. I talk, but I'm not much. I have a talk show, but I don't really like to talk that much. I like to engage and have conversations. And so I wasn't feeling like it was very engaging. And then, it kind of just slowed me down, and I felt kind of discouraged about what I was doing before. I was excited. And so when I reflected on that, the voice in my head said, that's because you're focusing your purpose. You're attaching your purpose to material things, which is people, likes, things that don't matter. Your intentions are what matter. And so I had to go back to the drawing board and say, hey, what is my purpose? And we could do the layman's terms, be of service. That's what, everybody's purpose is at some point or something, right? I mean, I don't know. I think about the Sarah Connor from the Terminator. She had a purpose, right? I don't know. It wasn't a big thing. Like, she actually was going to save the world just by being born and having her unborn son save us from artificial intelligence. But I still couldn't figure out what specifically was for me. What was my purpose? And to this day, I still say I really don't know what my purpose is. I think I'm on that path. I think that I'm doing the things that need to be done in order for me to fulfill it. But I'm waiting for God to whisper in my ear and say, you were brought down here for A, B, and C.
I love that. That's a perfect answer, though, because you're being very transparent about it and but you're constantly walking into that path. So, yes. And it's just really waiting on God. Sometimes we're like, well, he ain't answered me yet, but it's the timing. He may answer you right away or a year from now, but as long as you're walking on that path, I got chills on that. Thank you. But and the same way, your passion. So I feel, even though we just known each other a very short time, I feel like you're walking in it. Let's continue to walk in it. Yeah. I had a friend, DJ Overload. We all have a purpose in life. And when you find yours, you will recognize it.
Yeah.
Okay, wisdom,
Yeah.
DJ Overload. I had a friend call me a few weeks ago, and she was just frustrated with her job, and she wants to pursue her career. You know, don't ask me about your job. I'm gonna tell you to quit. I'm gonna tell you to follow your dreams. That's
Yeah.
and the thing is to have. I know we've talked about faith, that fearless faith, that unwavering faith. That's where that comes. And God is like, I got you. I got you. I saw something the other day where, like, you know, social media has all those TikTok, and I'm old, y'all. TikTok and all those things. And there was a lady holding on, like one of those videos, holding on to, God said, hold on to her. And he's like, I got you. And she's like, whoa. She's like, but I got you. You get it? This is life. She's like, but I got you. He's like, I got you. All this is going on, but he has your hand no matter what. And when the young lady called me to tell me about what she was going through, I didn't tell her to quit her job, but I was just telling her, like, yo, she's worried about likes. I said, well, don't worry about that. Yeah. My biggest supporters, they don't like my stuff. You know why? Because they call me after. I'm fine. They're not, some people are not likers. They'll call me or slide in my DM and tell me how much. So I would say, whether you're in an audience of 1 or 1,000, stay consistent. I'm going to jump into the next question. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Queen. Her middle name is Nia, y'all. We're walking in purpose. Yes. Well, I was telling them earlier, I don't know if you heard, like, today is episode 3 on the 3rd day, season 3. So it's divine blessings and all that stuff. I'm going to have you jump right in. You ready? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? Go.
Well, hello. Hi, everyone. So happy to be on with you all tonight. I have been missing being on Behind the Crown so much. Let me move this charger. And I was in traffic and all the things coming home from work, but I'm here, so I am just so grateful. And just a little bit about me, since I'm just jumping in. My name is Shannon Nia Alomar. I am the web mistress for Your Queens. I also play, or embody rather, Queen Nefertiti. And I'm an advisor for the board of directors for our nonprofit. So what is my purpose? Whoa. So jumping in, like Eki said, ooh, you see how they say miss? Y'all proud of me? I'm getting better. Like she said, my middle name is Nia, which actually means purpose in Swahili. And I always make a point to include it in my name. So even when I introduce myself, when I write my name in places, and I just find like it's such a beautiful gift that my mom gave me, and she knew what my middle name meant, and she explained to me why she chose that as my middle name. But I always see it as a silent reminder to myself that my life is purposeful. So no matter whether if I'm in a season that I can define fully what my purpose is, or I'm trying to figure it out, or it's changing its face, it just reminds me that me just existing is purposeful. Like whatever I do is tied to something. The people that I'm connected to, the things that I do are for those people who are connected to me. So right now in purpose seeking, I would say that my purpose is being a connector and being a mediator. So I am a early childhood education teacher. I teach science to kindergarten and first grade in a charter school in the greatest borough, the Bronx. And I was gifted this new role this year that I did not feel like I was prepared for. But in true walking by faith fashion, I just stepped into it. And I've been recognizing a really great gift that I have of being a mediator and just like being able to see things from all perspectives and bring them together. So it's something that I've always kind of noticed about myself, but bringing it into this leadership position, it just really opens my eyes to how powerful that is. And sometimes people see it as like, oh, you just try to play all the sides. And I'm like, no, I'm not playing all the sides. I just have this really great perspective of being able to see things from different people's points of view. So I say that to say that right now in purpose, I just really feel like I'm walking in that of being a mediator, recognizing that my gifts and my talents aren't just for me, but they're for the people that God has connected to me. They're for the people that I'm connected to that I haven't met yet, that I haven't seen yet, that I don't know yet, who may have not experienced me yet, or I haven't experienced them yet. So right now, I'm just really finding the strength in my gifts and being my authentic self. And I feel like I say that a lot, but it's been a lot of trials happening to me lately. And I'm recognizing that me being myself is a gift and it's purposeful, because there are not a lot of people who are like me in the spaces that I'm in. And while some people may see it as a weakness, I actually see it as a great strength. So I hope that answered that question. And I feel like I kind of went around, but I just really feel like right now my purpose is to be a mediator. I'm a mediator with my kids, with their parents. I'm a mediator in the different spaces that I'm in the different positions that I'm stepping into in life and professionally. So that's what my purpose is right now.
Come on, Pastor
Shannon. You're
Shannon.
greatness. You
Come
are
on, Pastor
greatness.
Shannon. You know,
She's
I've been
greatness,
missing
yo.
you. We on episode 3 and we haven't had Pastor Shannon on yet. So you know,
She's
I
on
was
the best
waiting for you.
time.
I was like,
Timing.
exactly. I was like, listen, here we go. Pastor Shannon
Brooklyn
got me my
Honcho.
feelings already.
Hey, Brooklyn Honcho 333. We on that wavelength. Hi, peace. Thank you for being here. Now, Shannon, I love that. As you were talking, I was writing down the word connection, and then you said it out your mouth, right? Ignore the noise to elevate. Come on, line sister. You know what I mean? Shannon, you're amazing. Here's the thing that you already affirmed for us as we're doing, and even for our audience that are tuning in when we talk about purpose, knowing and what she did in her, I wanted to say earlier, I forgot to tell you earlier, as we speak in it in the present moment. I am an early childhood teacher where she is. We're going to say when she later on in her 30s or 40s, she's going to be, I am an ordained minister. I'm just putting it out there. You feel me? Whatever it is, you know what I mean? Latoya, I'm the host of my show on this big network, or you know what I mean? It's speaking into that because it may change or it's going to evolve. As I shared, thank you, Angie, for allowing me to share the story of Eki's Famous to Your Queens and taking it where we are. You know, 2 years ago, this wasn't, but we walked in our purpose. Wow. Being a mediator. That is such a gift to have, to be able to, because you can't just one-sided. You have to I had a real quick story. A friend of mine one time was upset with somebody else about something, and I was like, look, but you created it. And she got mad. It's like, you have to see that you create, and it's not me putting you down. It's like, sis, I want you to see you created this. Now, how do you own that? And instead of being upset about it, right? Let's move on. Hanjane, what is your purpose, boo?
I was really sitting here trying to think about this because everyone had great stories. And then I was just like, dang, I didn't really think too hard about this. But I think Latoya said it the best, um, where I don't really know what my purpose is today. Um, I just know that my purpose at the moment is to listen to the spiritual angels that the Lord has blessed me with on earth to give me the opportunities to flourish.
Yes.
What I mean by that is that I have never been a person to really listen to what people have to say. I was always a person like, I know what I want to do, I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it. And recently, in like the last, I say 2 to 3 years, I've been blessed to be around people within the Your Queens umbrella, and also just friends of Your Queens people umbrella. And I see the reason why this group was brought to me, or I came into the group. And it literally just started to make me think about and change the way I thought my thought process was when it came to like professionalism, just my own space, my own career paths, and not only that, but just my own personal well-being and personal health and mental well-being. And I saw how vulnerable that the ladies were in talking about their journey and their passions and things that they really wanted to do to be greater. And I realized that like God sent me this organization to help me figure out what the next chapter of my life should be versus what I have been living. And I finally listened to a lot of the angels that have been around me, and not really knowing that they were angels, but just knowing that there are people who are have been and always will be in my corner no matter what I do. And I guess the biggest thing I would have to say is these individuals, and they know who they are, they don't have a problem with telling me when I'm wrong and checking me. And a lot of people before in my life never really checked me, and gave me the real tea on, like, at the end of the day, like, you got to be an adult now. Like, there's certain ways that you need to handle yourself, and there's certain ways that you need to do things. So fast forward to today, I'm like, my purpose is to listen, right now, because people are still talking. And the biggest thing that not only you, Eki, but my cousin said to me was, manifestation works. And I just was like, what? Manifestation don't, you telling me writing down and talking in the air is gonna work? And she was like, no, silly. Like, you're not talking in the air. God hears you. And you just made the reference, which made me think about this, with the lady holding God's hand, but it wasn't, and she was moving, but he still told her she got him. And this is just making me think about, like, what I manifest and how I see it to coming full circle into fruition. So I just went all the way around because my head is just like going off on so many different, like, I guess, neurons or synapses with my science teacher. It making me think about so many things. But I just honestly feel that, like, my purpose today is to listen to these spiritual angels that are on earth that have been guiding me and allowing me to be my true, authentic self, with the good and the bad that comes with it.
Whew. Janae, listen. It's so much I want to share, but I want to continue. I love you. I'm so proud of you. You are a godsend. I'm gonna cry. I'm holding it. All right. I'm a thug. So, listen, and I always tell my students, yeah, the growth is radiating. Oh, we got our side comments. It's literally like in awe. I'm sitting back looking at you, Shannon. Shannon as well. Anjane, like, wow, 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 wow.
Listen, people don't
Yeah.
know the story. Like, people don't know the story. I was a diamond in the rough when I came in your queen. I was a diamond in the
Hi,
rough.
Stacy.
I was just like that girl from the Bronx. They like, that's that girl from the Bronx. They don't really
Energy.
want in there. And I just
Energy.
had energy, and then
I came in.
I got reeled back in
Namaste.
and reeled back in, and now I'm just like, you can't even phase me. Have a blessed
That
one.
part.
Be
That part.
blessed.
Mark,
Be
what
blessed.
advice would you give? Would y'all give someone who's trying to seek purpose amongst turmoil? Trust. I know. I want you guys to chime in, please. Trust God. Never give up, no matter what. And also, whatever the turmoil is, pay attention if you're creating it or somebody else is creating it, and move. Sometimes we don't want to move because it's family members or something like that, but it's your life, and you may have to do that for a moment. Speaking kindness, speaking love, but sometimes you got to push through that and just trust the process. I hope that helps Mark Mack. Who wants, Latoya, you want to jump in on that? Go ahead.
Yes, I like to add to it because I think sometimes our purpose comes in increments. So maybe, for him, his purpose is to persevere, to learn how to push through adversity, because it's always going to be here, right? This is just, this isn't our world. We just live in it. So we have to be able to pivot and navigate through it. And, like I said in the beginning, me not really knowing what my purpose is. When I say that, I'm saying, like, there's no outline, like, this is why you were brought here, Latoya. But when I reflect on it each day, I take it as a grain of salt that today my purpose is to fight through whatever adversity I'm having, fight through whatever emotion I'm having, to find a way. And one of the things that I've done in my purpose is to focus on being happy, having gratitude in my attitude. And I keep telling people that because I know it's the antidote. It helps me. I have down days, but some of the things that I wrote down, because that was one of the questions that you asked us. And I wrote down, I said, seek out the wisdom of a life coach or a spiritual advisor, because sometimes they can listen to you and they're intuitive and they can see who you are and bring out those things that you can't see, because sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees. And then also live in your passion. So don't forget who you are. Don't forget what you love, and do it and keep doing it. And your passion will keep leading you down that path into your purpose. Also, meditation and prayer. I know that sometimes I with all the experiences that I've had, and I've had some tragedy this year, and in the past 3-4 years, I've had to be humble when I wasn't before and ask God for help. I thought I knew how to handle all of this, but now I'm like, look, you want your girl to stay afloat, you need to help. So, you have to be humble and just pray. And it doesn't mean you have to get on your knees all the time. Sometimes you can just sit and close your eyes. Just say, thank you, God, or help me, God, or I need you right now. I'm just trying to stay positive. Or getting honest with yourself and ask yourself, what do you want your purpose to be? Like, what do you want to be here for? What is the reason you're here? And then you can kind of outline and start making filling out a blueprint to what you want to make this life about. And finally, I would say, asking God to affirm it. I do that. I can't say that he does. I'm not, what you were talking about with the angels, since my mother passed away, and that was just recently in May, I've been seeing numbers. I get numbers all the time, the 333, the 111. And to me, those are affirmations. I never noticed those things before. I'm not going to say they weren't there, but God keeps talking to me and telling me, it's cloudy, but see this, because I need you to know you are here for a purpose. You may not understand it, but you are here for a purpose. So through all of this adversity, Marmac, I ask you to just tune into yourself and don't be afraid to ask God, to ask the universe, to ask for strength and for sight, for vision, to just get through and just see your purpose.
Yeah, everything you said. That's so interesting. I'm seeing the same numbers, the 111 every day. Every day. I look. I knew there was a connection right there. You see how the universe.
Purpose was a
Angie,
connection for me. I didn't know what
say it again.
Purpose was a connection. You brought me here on a day that you guys are talking about purpose, and you talking to a woman who can't tell you what her purpose is.
It's all well. This is conversation, how we get to it. And why I wanted to have you on and us, because we're going to be very transparent about it, so everyone else feels comfortable. So with that question, it's not saying you have to have it now, but it's here. This is what we're doing to get there. Here's my passion. Here's what Shannon. Here's one that Shannon says. Here's what I'm doing now. I know I'm a mediator. Angie's saying, here's what I'm doing. Wow, golly. Here's what I'm doing now. I'm listening. I always tell my students, we have 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason. More to listen, right? Nefertiti, hi, gorgeous. Hi, Queen. That's one of our queens. An amazing, famous actress. You can catch her everywhere on Scary Mommy. Hey, beautiful queens. How are you? Yes. The mother of an amazing 7-year-old young prince named Stan. Yes, I'm blowing you up. And she's been on this panel many times as well. Let me focus. Marmac, Shannon or Angie, would you like to share any wisdom for him or any advice you want to share?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to jump in on this too. Speaking in transparency, this past weekend I was at church and the Lord laid me out at the altar. I went up there to pray for someone else to be an intercessor, and the Lord was like, "Oh, let me grab you up real quick because you up here, okay." 3 prayer warrior women came up to me at different moments at that time to I would be crying and releasing, and then I was okay, and then another one came. Let me pray for you. Speaking to things, walked away. Another one came up. Let me pray for you. I was like, whoa. And I just feel like the women that he used were very intentional, because I have been going through moments of, I feel like there's something happening in my life that I'm seeing as turmoil right now. So I can really relate to this. And one of the things that was prayed over me, or given to me, I would say, was, that age-old saying of God wouldn't give you more than you can handle. And what I try to tell myself during those times is sometimes you hear that and you're like, okay, that's cliche. Everyone says that. That's the good thing to say. But what I'm recognizing right now, when I heard that even on Sunday, is that, like I said, right now I've really been in this space for the past year that a lot of the things that I'm going through are not just for me. A lot of the things that I'm going through is because it's tied to my greater purpose, which I'm figuring out, and we're walking through it, and it goes through stages. And I feel like before I used to always think that there was this one major purpose for my life, but God has been revealing to me that there's many purposes that are aligned to this greater purpose that is you just being here. Like, you being here is purposeful. So whatever you do with that time, whatever you do with your life, whatever you do with your dash, like one of my mentors used to say, that is all purpose driven. So whether you can name it and put it in a box or you can't, that's all purposeful. So I would say with that, like, sometime when you are trying to seek the purpose in the turmoil, just try to find those moments, like Latoya said, to be grateful. Just try to find those things like, okay, I'm going through this, but at least X, Y, and Z. Or tell yourself, like I do, all right, I'm going through this thing because I need to get this. I need to understand this situation or this feeling or overcome this thing, because someone who's going to be connected to me, or maybe someone who is connected to me right now, needs to know that this is possible to overcome. So that's kind of the space that I've been in with that turmoil of, I'm hurt, I'm crying, I feel like it's impossible. I feel like I'm underwater. I feel like I'm drowning. I feel all of these really negative, overwhelming emotions. And sometimes they're not negative. Sometimes they're the buildup to a release that you're needing. But Marmac, so all of that to say that sometimes when we're trying to seek that purpose, changing our perspective of why we're going through something helps us to recognize, like, wow, I'm going through this because this is going to lead me to this, or this is going to help me help somebody else, or maybe it was something that you went through in the past and now it's coming back in a new way because God is trying to show you, like, this is deeply connected to why you're here. So that's my advice I would give. Just try to see what you can learn from it. Everything is a learning lesson, whether it's negative or positive. Everything is a learning lesson, and it really helps us grow. It helps us to shape our character and who we are, our mindsets. So use that turmoil to be your guide for that.
Thank you for that, Shannon. That's all, both ladies, amazing advice. Marmac, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for sharing. Continue to walk in your purpose. Mickey Mills, peace and blessings, queen. That's one of our queens. I've known her for like 20 years. One of our board of directors is on. Barbara Hernandez, Queen Barbara. Greetings, queen. Thank you for tuning in. DJ Overload, inspiration in life is born when we have a purpose, but we need not to rush to find that purpose. It will come in time. Okay, come on, Pastor. Good joke. That's my homie right there, right? It's very, very much facts. My heart is on Marmac, but thank you for posting that question. Bonafide Queen tapping in. Hey, hi Queen. Peace and blessings. I think I have 4 questions, and because those were the ones that came, and it's so much that we can talk about with purpose, but I'm gonna go with the 3rd question because we on that 3 wavelength, right? Question is, I'm gonna have Angie jump on this one first. We are going to end in about 20 minutes. We do have to do a hard stop today, so thank you guys for chiming in. I love these conversations. Why is it important to find your purpose? Why is it important to find your purpose? I know.
Dang, that was tough. I wasn't ready for that one. I'm over here like, I hope she do number 2. No. So before we even get to the question, I just want to say something. There's something that I pray, and I hope like the audience can get it. I'm gonna try and speak it very slowly. And you might have seen it, but it comes from one of my favorite Tyler Perry movies. And it's I Could Do Bad by Myself. At the end, when she's mourning the death of her grandmother or mother, and she's in the kitchen, and you just hear the church singing, and the words are, Lord, I want you to help me on my journey, help me on my way. Oh Lord, I want you to help me. So these are things that like I write or I say when I'm in that turmoil of a space for guidance. So I hope that, on the replay, somebody can catch it and use those words to get them out of a negative space or a negative day. and just turn that negative into a positive. But back to the question at hand is,
Mm.
why is it important to find your purpose? I don't think I can answer that question, to be honest. The only reason why I'm saying I don't think I can answer that question is because I'm still trying to figure out my purpose.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
and in this moment, as I said, my purpose is listening. So to define it, it's a I guess I'm just gonna like ad lib and just say what I think it may be. And I think it may be important because it grounds you, it defines you, and it creates authenticity within oneself when they understand their purpose. Um, I say this because for a very long time, professionally, I really didn't understand. I used to say to myself, like, let me go get this job, let me go get this job, let me go get that job. And I was walking in more of like the thought process of money. Well, I need to get this job so I can get more money. I need to get this job so I can get more money. And then probably a couple years ago, I had a mentor just sit me down and just was like trying to ground me and give me some perspective on how chasing money will never be successful to you until you understand your value and your purpose. Because people chase money all the time. And Eki actually showed me how this saying comes to fruition when the pandemic happened and Your Queens was like shut down. And we were like, everything got canceled. And she was just very positive, like, the money is going to flow. And I was just like, what do you mean the money is gonna flow? Like, we don't have no bookings. Like, everything just got canceled for us. And she said the money is gonna flow. And what happened? The money started flowing. Things started happening for Your Queens virtually. Platforms started to opening up for Your Queens virtually. Free things happened for Your Queens virtually, which provided opportunity for us to be here today. So the importance of finding your purpose is staying true to your authentic beliefs and your ability to understand that there's someone above who is conducting the way life is supposed to go for you. So your path is already made. And if you listen to that path, then you are fulfilling that purpose. But if you don't listen to that path and you stray away, that's when sometimes things can go and have a different outcome for you. And I'm going to leave it with that one.
You answered it very well. Yes. Yes. I think a lot of people will take away from Your Queens. We are a very authentic group. Like, you gonna get the answer. You go get the answer. I'm let's jump on because we have about 15 minutes left. I want to respect everybody's time. Rashina. It's one of my queens. She's been with me since day one, since it was an idea. She was like, what you need, Eki? I got you. And vice versa. Rashina, I would say because your purpose is bigger than you, knowing your purpose is the beginning to being your true, yes, that part, your true self. And experience, oh, let's go back. And a true, thank you, Logic. Shout out to Logic, our producer on the backstage. True self and experiencing pure happiness. It's your forever motivation. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Queen. Mickey.
You see, she's not even on the live, and we still connecting. We still connected, and she's not even on
She
here
literally
today.
took out what I want to say. It was gonna be
So it's just like, you
self-mastery.
see, this is why this is the divine right now, the divine.
Mickey, it's important to find your purpose, to find inner peace and selfless joy. Yes. Come through, y'all. I love this. I would like Queen Latoya to close this. I'm gonna have Shannon go next. Why is it important to find your purpose? Let's go.
So that is an excellent question. And I think my answer is aligned with a lot of what was typed and what was said. You know, finding your purpose, it just helps guide you to your true being, and it makes you happy. Like when you're walking, even with our purpose changing or shifting or whatever happens to our purpose in different seasons, when you're walking in what you believe to be your purpose in that moment, you feel this exalted joy. You know, you feel like you've figured out what you're here for. You feel like that you're able to be your true self. So I definitely think that it's important to find your purpose, whether it's for a season or you find your forever purpose. It just makes life feel worth living. Because a lot of times when we're just walking around and we don't know what the reason is for, we don't know, what we're doing from day into day out, even from daily tasks. Like if you're feeling out of order or things are not in your control, you just really do not feel aligned. But when you're walking in that purpose, when you have an understanding of why you're doing something or why it's important to you or why your gift can be helpful for yourself and others, it just brings you this joy that is unexplainable. Like it just radiates from the inside out. Like even hearing Angie speak about, the listening and the recognizing the transitions and being self-aware of the growth, like that joy is radiating out of you and you don't even have to put an explanation on it. You're just like, my purpose right now is listening. God told me to listen and I'm gonna listen, and I find joy in listening now. Like that is being purposeful. So one thing my mom told me one time, because since I was younger, I'm always like, what's my purpose? What is the purpose? Is this my purpose? Is it aligned to my purpose? And I guess that happens with having purpose in your name. You just feel like everything needs to be purposeful and intentional. But one day she literally sat me down and was like, you're causing yourself more stress by doing that. Let the purpose of the moment be the purpose of the moment, and that'll lead you to the bigger picture. So that's what I'm trying to do now. That's why I came with my purpose right now is to just be a mediator. And if that's all I got right now, that's all I got, because like I said, and I'll keep saying, you just being here and existing and figuring it out for yourself is purposeful, because you'll help unlock that for somebody else. So even us having this conversation and saying, I'm not sure what the nice answer, the packaged, bold answer is right now, but this is what it is. It still is helping with this conversation. It's probably helping people think through their thoughts at home, or, oh, I didn't see purpose like that before. Maybe that's what it is. And maybe that's what I need to recognize. So just being here is purposeful, and recognizing that purpose is a beautiful thing. It just creates joy. That's purpose.
I'm here for the joy part. Yes, all of it. But by Eve, you even saying that as well, and what those listening, even for all of us, is removing that pressure. I gotta find my purpose right now. But it's also like Latoya said earlier, it's purpose. Sometimes it's sitting still and meditating, listening to God, and that will lead you to that. And a lot of times we put so much pressure. I gotta do this. God, now. And when you realize, like Angie said, I just have to listen. There's so much relief that comes, peace and joy that comes from that. Amazing. Queen Latoya, take it home. Take it home. Why is it important
Thank
to
you
find your
again.
purpose?
I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for this opportunity, for, just being here. I know it means something to me that I'm being fed, and this is where I needed to be at this time. I do know and understand that. And I trust the path. I'm not really understanding my purpose. But, I go back to thinking about Sarah Connor from the Terminator. At what point, when she realized that her unborn child would be the one to save mankind against artificial intelligence, did that change her gears? And I feel like with me knowing and understanding my purpose, I think that it will give me more understanding and comfort in my life experiences, as well as give me insight to what actions I should be taking to achieve, whatever the life goal is. I think I would be even more driven. I'm very driven in my heart, my mind, and my soul, but I just feel like I need to be able to put my finger on something and say, this is why I'm here. And I do believe that part of it is, maybe there's just a multitude of purposes for me, but I do believe that I'm here to represent my ancestors. I think that I'm here to the evolution of my great grandmother, my grandmother, and also my mother. And I think that I'm here to manifest even the better parts of all of them, because I see so many similarities from my life in the beginning, that comparing it to my mother, to me just evolving and even building on it and making it better. So I feel like that is one of my purposes, is to, consider that my mother's an ancestor now, is to bring her life to a higher degree, to evolve to a higher place, whatever that is here on heaven and earth, or here on earth and in heaven.
Jen, amazing. Thank you, Queen.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that was dope. Listen, we have 10 minutes left, y'all. And y'all know my spirit said go for the third question. Let's take 1 minute each. I know. Okay, Nefertiti said your purpose will be keep it 1 minute. 1 minute. Your purpose will be, if y'all are okay with that, your purpose will be that guiding light during those trials that we all go through. And whenever you're unsure of your purpose, is that moment. Ask God and He'll let you know. Just trust and listen. Trust and listen. Trust and listen. Real quick. Thank you, Neffy. I'm having such a pause moments because it's really just wow. So I'm gonna go with Nefertiti, and I think our greatest purpose will be that which benefits the growth and blessings of others, big, small, intangible, and everything in between. Even if it's just sharing a smile with someone. You're awesome, Neffy. Pew pew. So let's go with why. Did we do the why is it important? We did. What is something we can do to find your purpose? Let's take 1 minute each. What is something we can do to find your purpose? Drop some gems. What is something that we can do to find your purpose? Who wants to take it? Go ahead, Angie.
One thing I think you could do to find our purpose is to align yourself with beautiful people who are like-minded and have the same wavelength that you do. And find yourself people whose birthdays are like 2 days apart from each other, because if you know us, you know that Shannon starts off the month of June. I am in the middle, which is the 22nd. And then Eki close it out with the 24th. So we have the 20th, 22nd, and 24th. Again, 222. And all three of us are on here today, and we're talking about numbers. So align yourself with
Wait, Logic put his he said June 3rd. Don't leave him out. June, come on, June.
Man,
You
sorry,
know.
Logic. I didn't even see that. Align yourself with like-minded individuals who are not afraid to check you, and not afraid to lift you up when you have fallen, and not afraid to pick you up when you're down. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it on that because I was about to go in, and I was just like, let me reel around.
Greatness. Who else would like to jump on that one? What's the question again? What is something we can do to find our purpose? We live. I know she was gonna say that. I was like, Neffy's gonna come in and get you a Leo friend. Neffy, you already know.
That's right. You know, Neffy. I forgot you that Leo. So
I love Neffy.
I love me some Leos.
One thing that I would say that you could do to find is one thing to do, or something to do to find purpose. I was like, did I make that up?
Why is it important? Wait, what is something we can do to find our purpose? What is something we can do to find our purpose? My mom's gonna be like, Eki, you laughing too hard. But
oh God. And I don't help, and I'd be laughing too. But I would say one thing to do is definitely step out into fear, because a lot of times on the other side of fear, and my eye is itching so bad, I'm so sorry. But on the other side of fear, a lot of times is purpose. When we are fearful of something, or when we get an idea about something and we just feel like this is not something I would ever think for myself, that's usually something purpose driven. So I was telling everybody before on a previous episode, like God planted something in my heart that I was like, I would never foresee for myself. So I know it only could be God. And I know that this has to be purpose aligned, because there's no way this would have came into my head. And there's no way that I will push myself to do this on my own. Like, it has to be something greater. So when you step out into that fear, a lot of times you will find purpose lingering there. Like, hey, I was just waiting for you to find me. So step out. Just trust.
Hop out. Step out. Be fearless. Love it. That was perfect. Queen Latoya, close it out for us,
Thank you.
please.
So yeah,
Yeah.
the one thing that I focus on is the question that you asked us. Just give a one word affirmation. And I think with seeking purpose, we have to find peace. And with peace comes the stillness, the quiet, the understanding, the gratitude, um, just being able to focus. For some people, when you go through so much, it builds up anger and hate in your heart, and that clouds your thoughts, it clouds your spirit, it clouds your energy, and you can't focus on your purpose. You probably end up in somebody else's purpose, which is probably not to be here. So in order to stay, on that path, it's important to always try to find peace. If it means keeping people from around you that disrupt your energy, it's nothing wrong with that. It could be your own family member. Sometimes that's just what it is. And knowing that your peace is the most important thing, because when you have hatred in your heart, when you have anger, it affects your organs, it affects your everything, your blood pressure. It takes you off of your purpose. I will never believe that God puts us here to suffer. I think we're here to have understanding. So always seek peace. And I think with peace, you'll get the guidance into your purpose, which I think is a positive thing.
That was so beautiful. Yeah. Peace and purpose. Thank you, Queen. One word affirmation, DJ Overload. Live your life and you can start a path to finding your purpose. What one word? Thank you. Amen, Pastor Latoya. Thank you, Queens. Yeah, yeah. Come on, Pastor Shannon. John Loudon, walking, working within your values and principles can push you towards your purpose, especially when they are challenged. Yeah. Yeah. Leave the job if it's not fulfilling or nourishing to your soul. Hello. Don't put limits on yourself. Nope. It is okay to have setbacks. Yep. Travel or buy that one-way ticket. Lastly, just try and place your trust in a higher power and being. All of that. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What one word do you
Y'all
have,
in these
Angie?
comments today.
Okay.
Y'all in these comments
I
today.
can't wait to do this replay.
Come on, I'm just feeling it. Oh yeah. Woo, Jesus.
Yeah.
Woo, and then Pastor Shannon came through. Woo, I just got my life.
Talk about it, sis. Yes. What's your one word, Queen?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say listen,
Listen.
Listen.
Whole
listen.
song about it, right?
Longer
Oh,
than my heart.
heart.
That
this
used
is
to be my
this
joint.
is why we cannot be on a live together, because when us three are on a live, it's like a whole shutdown. We forget that we have
No, I
guests.
need to be on more lives with her. I need her to sing. I need to
Me
sing
and a whole,
songs in my head. She got the verses and the voice.
Listen. Don't get me started, y'all.
Don't get us started, because then she's gonna think she's Jennifer Hudson.
That's all right.
Yeah.
She about to go in. She about to give us
I
that.
love the gift of voice and beautiful singing voices. Don't have to put it. Famous or not famous.
Hey, let's go.
I know.
Shannon, what you got? What's your one word?
whew, I was really sitting here thinking about it. I'm gonna just take joy. I think with purpose comes joy, and I know that is one of our favorite words.
Yeah.
But there's such a joy in just finding and seeking purpose. The journey to purpose is joyful as well. So joy.
I felt that. I felt that. Hey y'all, we come to the end of Behind the Crown, season 3, episode 3,
What's
talking
your word?
purpose,
You know I'm gonna call you.
greatness. Oh, thank you, Queen. Greatness. My word is greatness. Greatness. And before we close out, Angie, I would like for you to close us out strong. Whatever comes to your spirit to close out, but really quickly, for those of you guys in the audience, this is just a namaste. We're just gonna do some affirmations. You can say it out loud wherever you are. I am amazing. I am powerful. I am doing great things.
I am doing great things.
I walk in my purpose.
I walk in my purpose.
I trust.
I trust.
I am a blessing.
I am a blessing.
I will never give up,
I will never give up,
no matter what,
no matter what.
because I'm a queen.
Because I'm a queen, baby.
That's for those who are out there. I'm a king,
That's
and
right.
I want you to hug yourself and say, "I love myself. I really, really love myself, and I love you all." And
Yes.
go ahead, Angie. Close us out.
All right, beautiful people. You have just witnessed episode 3 of season 3 with Behind the Crown. This is Your Queens Incorporated. Follow us on social media platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Your Queens Incorporated. Thank you to YV Media and thank you to iRant Podcast and Logic for holding us down for another episode. And we will see you here in 2 weeks. So I hope you catch the replay. I hope you share it out to your friends. And most importantly, I hope you understand what your purpose is after tonight's conversation. Peace and blessings to you all. And may you have a wonderful rest of your week. Good night.